Messerschmitt 163, and it too is in pretty pristine condition, parts and pieces all there, and really I probably could detail the engine up if I wanted to, based on the fact that it's mainly covered. It can be accessed, but it's mainly covered. So let's have a review of what I've got to do. And there is the little Komet. Massive looking little plane, honestly. Sitting that, yeah. The pilot would have to be very brave and wanting to have a really heavy ride, because that's what you're going to get. Our cockpit, let's go through here. Cockpit has got what looks like seat belts in it. So, not too bad. Missing the strap of wire to hold the cockpit open. Also the handle to pull the cockpit down. The instrumentation inside is not too bad. You have a look at the photo that's coming through at the moment. Paintwork's good. Decals good. A little bit of silver or whatever distortion colour in that, but I'm not going to play with that. The ones on the side here, good. Still fairly good detail. You flip her up over the other side. I've still got some of the warning ones and joining ones there, so they are all looking good. Wheels and undercarriage all there. The wheels do come off the skid bar. Skid bar is not too bad. I saw a photo of someone else's work, and that's about what it was, because the paint actually comes off. Flaps out, which according to this particular one, I think, which was the Hasegawa one, it wasn't part of the scheme, so I'm thinking I may have actually, I think I have sliced and diced those ones open to give it some sort of character. Up to there, the rear wheel's good, and she sits alright. So wear-wise, I don't think so, because they were fairly new and fairly constant. I think the wing probably needs another clean to... hard to say. But other than that, probably that. I've seen a lot of, looking at it, I've seen a lot of details that I could put onto it, and stick it on the sheet like I wanted a diorama or something. Now the engine I've taken out because it's accessible, and that there is the starboard side, the top. I'll walk down to the jet. I've got to fix that pipe. I think there's a couple of more pipes that should probably go with it as well. On that section, there's a vent open there. Probably needs recolor. And that there then is the port side, and come over. Not going to stay up, but there's the bottom area. So pretty good. Colour's about right from what I've already done some research on it. Probably one or two more wires along the strut here, and a recolour of that to make it look like a Jet Blast Worn. That's not too bad. So the effort on this will be as to how much I want to put in on it. And I've lost the propellers off that little silver strip, and I'll have to cut something to make it work, because that's integral, that part, and most noticeable. Alright, as I said, it's can be as intricate as I can make it or want to. So other than that, really, she's a perfect little kit. Alright, let's have a go. Well, I've been rather busy doing bits and pieces, and In this particular case with this one here, I thought, well, I won't be doing too much to make any advancement, but I've got the guns there that I put my fingers on to do. I'm not, yeah, as I said, I'm not doing the seatbelt changes, so that's pretty good. But the canopy I have done a little bit of work on, and when I put the last bit back on, it will show the handle there, the pull down handle, which sits yay, and there's a piece of twine to go here to the canopy hood, so that, you know, it helps hold it into place. So that's one job done. I've stuck in the flaps. I did my research. The flaps, there's a hard to see angled piece of metal there, which is actually the hydraulics that bring the flaps down. So I've put that in there just to make it look a little bit more than just nothing, so it's more a visual. Also sighted this little aerial, which was actually on the aircraft, so I've put that on. So we're bringing it up to what you'd class as a standard. And the tail piece here, which I thought I won't be doing too much of that. I saw what someone had done internally on, I think this is yet to be painted. So we've used some styrofoam or styropor, strips of styrene and photographic paper, which is hard card, and filled that in to put it in. So that just looks, so what I saw what the other person did, it looks rather real, so yeah, did that. Now also I've made this little stand, which apparently was used to put the aircraft tail. I haven't done the measurements on this yet, but yeah, it's like a little hard stand for the tail to sit on when they've extracted the engine, and when they take the tail off and want to have a go at the engine. And then this little piece here, the boom of the engine sits upon, and let's have a thing, because I've got the engine out. The engine sort of rests on there like that, while it's still connected to the main part of the plane. So a little busy doing little bits and pieces, which is, considering, like I said, I didn't see myself doing too much to this plane, because paint wise and everything else, it's in rather good nick. So I've just got one gun, the little wire aerial I've got to shape into place there, but that's part of the aircraft because it doesn't have a antenna wire. And other than that, I just got to paint it and put it back together again, and I'll probably get a little display stand for this one, so that I've got it in full kit or split open in working kit. So that is next. So paints, once I've painted it, we'll show you the end result. Alright, I'll have a crack at putting some colour in that hole. I've got some German grey. Hopefully you can hear me over the compressor going away. Well, let's see what the water's coming out like. Good. Let's have a shot at these little fellas first. Probably have to do a paint, a wood grain effect, but let's use this grey as an undercoat anyway. Come along all right. Yep, and yep, he's done. Now what we would call cricket stumps. Come back here. Okie dokie. Looks good. Now the major one. Now that we've had a good practice run on that. Don't like using my fingers. Right, put that to the side so it doesn't blow away like those did. Right. Yeah, we're getting there. How does that look? I think I got some lighting in here, down that side. Sorry, but it's something, it's me vibrating the camera, sorry. Well, that's it, that's good. 5. The engine, bit of yellow there for some wiring, a bit of burnt or heated metal, stressed metal look on the tail, and a wash. Right, we're going to use a bit of XF78 deck tan, just to sort of smudge some on and see if we can change this from a grey to some sort of wood tone. Having never done this before, so bear with me while I sort of not diluted, dry brush it on. Let's see what I come up with. Might need a little bit of that. All over and see what we can do. That edge of that. Got all that. Good. Alright. Now, what am I going to use to streak it with? Probably a little bit of darker brown. Probably. Let's go and see what we've got in the arsenal of colours. Alright, we're going with an XF27, a black green, and I'm not going to put it on with a paintbrush. I think I might try the old cotton wool ball rolling. So just give it a even brush it with that. Keep the sticky going. Yeah, we can go with that. Yeah, that sort of looks like woods. Right, that looks. Let's throw a bit of a wash on that, and I think that'll look okay. It'll do the job. That's all it's got to do. An accent panel line probably in there. Black or dark grey? Go dark grey. Dark grey on dark grey. Is that going to do anything? No. Light grey. The idea is probably get some highlight, that's all it's about. Yeah, that's working. Sit down on that and let run down. Very goodly. Yep, we'll go with that. Turn it on deck so that if anything runs out, it can run out. Now, these wooden support structures. Get a bit of dirty mould on it. What's that doing on there? Okay. Wipe that up, wipe that off, wipe that out. Yes, we have that. So that's got to go on after I paint this with a spray coat of matte and the tail. I don't need to do the engine. So we're going to do that. Right, we've got the cockpit on, canopy, and now we're going to put some small piece of string. I might even do a piece of wire, which would be probably more appropriate. And we'll grab that will look alright there. Now, how long does it have to be? Probably the equivalent of half its length would be a good go. A drop of the, I don't know, something adhesive from Japan. You know it's very thin when the tweezers can't even pick it up. Now, best way to get it in there. Oh yeah, that sucked on nicely. We shall call that win. And it looks like silver chain, so it can stay silver. Done. Right. It's got the matte coat on it, it's got that on it, it's got that on it, it's got that done, that one's on it, that's it. Put the engine back in and almost ready to take picture times. So there we have it, the little plane with a lot of work, but it's all just about upgrading it to make it look like it would in today's, if it was, you know, today's kit model. But bear in mind it's 40 years old, so it's had a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and a little bit of loving care to put all those fragile pieces back on. So there she is. We'll pull her apart and display the engine. Once we get this thing to focus in. A little bit of cockpit, the oxygen lead for the pilot and the instruments, so they I didn't have to touch, which is good. Well, I'm quite impressed actually with the two little pieces that I made up, so that there gives it a bit of visual display, because it's all about that little rocket engine that's in there, and in this particular case I can pull that rocket out and show you the mechanics of it. But there we went, not too much touch up there, but touched up inside the that and made it look like internals of the aircraft, so that was a challenge, so something different. And there we have it, you know, so all good. See down the hole, see the other engine. Alright, thanks for watching. Next one's going to be a little bit different, so we'll see what we're up to then. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.